these anti-makeup fools, they drive me nuts. Every once in a while, you know, I'll get something from one of these anti-makeup fools. They claim they're fundamental Baptists, they claim, you know, they're soul winners or whatever. I don't even know if they're soul winners, but they all tend to worship the same golden calf, and they claim that wearing makeup is wrong and it's a sin. And you know, I just don't believe that. I believe that they're wrong. The Bible talks about in Song of Solomon the beauty of his wife, and you know, for a married woman to want to wear makeup for her husband and for her husband to want to look good for her, that is just fine. You know, and these anti-makeup fools, they drive me nuts. They want to put the burqa on the woman. You know, it's just fine for them to, you know, work out and for them to look good and for them to, you know, be around other women that wear makeup. But if their wife wants to wear makeup and their wife wants to look good, that's bad and it's a sin and we should throw rocks at her. You know, that's the mentality that they have, and I just don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. If a man can work out and he can look good and he can put gel in his hair and he can, you know, shave and brush his teeth, then the woman should be able to do, you know, things to make herself attractive to her husband. And, you know, it's dangerous to not be attractive to your husband, because he's more likely to get involved with other people of the world who are wicked, ungodly whores, and, you know, he won't appreciate his wife. So I think their mentality is that of wanting to put an ugly burqa on the woman, to keep her down and to keep her at his feet, and you know, they're just trying to make it easier on the man, which is what Islam does. Islam puts the burqa on the woman. You can't see any of the features of the woman, but the man is all out there. You know, and everybody can see the man's features. And the man can go, you know, get involved with other women. He can look at other women all day long. It doesn't matter. But if that woman doesn't have her burqa on, when she even answers the door when we're out soul winning, she will freak out. I've heard a Muslim woman cuss out her children for answering the door for us when we were bringing Bibles to the door because she didn't have her burqa on yet. She's like, you're so stupid. And she's screaming at her child because she didn't have her burqa on yet. That's how rotten their culture is. And I think these anti-makeup fools are just embracing Islam with this, women shouldn't wear makeup, you know, and women shouldn't dye their hair, and all that sort of stuff that they're trying to push on the Christian women. You know, and for me, being a non-saved person, when I came into the church, I thought it was odd that some of the women at the church didn't try to look good for their husband. I'm like, what is their problem? You know, why don't they wear makeup? Why won't they do their hair? Why are they wearing such drab clothing? This, you know, it's got to be hard on their husband. You know, how is he not going to be looking at other women when they're, you know, dressed down so much? You know, most men don't want to come home to a woman who's wearing sweatpants and who won't, you know, do her hair and do her makeup and try to look good for her husband. Most men, that would be depressing to come home to. And yet that's, you know, this culture that, you know, some men, not all of them, are pushing. I know a lot of pastors' wives who do wear makeup, who do their hair for their husband, and who do look good for their husband. And that probably makes their job a lot easier, you know, being married to them. And then there's other ones that have believed this, this no makeup, this ugly burqa mentality that if you're a Christian woman, you can't look good. You must dress down, you must be drab, you must be plain. And, you know, I don't know. I don't buy it. I don't see that in the Bible. It's not biblical. And they want to say, well, Jezebel wore makeup. So that's, you know, no, Jezebel had a whole bunch of other evil problems going on. The makeup wasn't her problem. There was a lot of other problems with Jezebel, and it wasn't the makeup. It was the fact that she hated the man of God. She's persecuting the man of God. She kills the man of God, you know. Well, never mind that. She wore makeup. That was her sin. I mean, so did the woman in Song of Solomon. It talks about her eyes and her lips and her cheeks. She was wearing makeup. You know, so I don't buy that. I think they're just, you know, straining at a gnat, swallowing a camel. And to them I say, get off your butt and go soul winning and, you know, just get over it. You're not going to change my mind. You're not going to take my makeup And my husband approves of it. He likes it, and he's never told me not to wear makeup. If he did, we'd have to get a divorce. No, I'm kidding. He wouldn't do that because he knows that that's something that, you know, he doesn't see a problem with. And he likes me wearing makeup. I like him brushing his teeth and shaving, you know, and I like him putting gel in his hair. I mean, it goes both ways. If the man wants the woman to look drab and ugly, then that man better look drab and ugly. He better not be working his muscles, you know, and he better not be, you know, showing off, you know, at all. And I find it so funny that these same guys will be the ones that will work out and get big muscles and, you know, all that. But your wife better not wear makeup. Your wife better be drab. You know, I don't get it. And I think they're only hurting themselves because in the end, you know, what man really wants to come home to a woman who's really drab and not wearing makeup and not doing her hair or nothing? You know, nobody, you know, so they're shooting themselves in the foot, but they think that it's making their job easier, which is similar to Islam. And, you know, it's a dangerous mentality that, you know, the women can't be attractive, the women need to just stay in the house and not really come out. You know, that's very close to Islam. It's very close to what the Bible says about the Antichrist, that he will not regard the desires of women. That's what the Bible says about the Antichrist. He will not regard the desires of women. The Bible says that men should love their wife as Christ loved the church, and they should cherish their wife. And, you know, Christ wants to present the church as a beautiful, spotless, you know, church, a glorious church. And a man would want his wife to be, you know, beautiful, spotless, glorious. It says that the wife is a crown to the husband. And, you know, this mentality that the wife needs to look drab, you know, I don't think so. It doesn't fit with what the Bible describes the church as being beautiful and spotless and glorious, and a woman being a crown to her husband. It doesn't fit with that at all. So I don't see that at all. And again, Song of Solomon, you read through that and, you know, you're not picturing a woman who didn't take care of herself and didn't wear makeup and was really drab. You don't see that in Song of Solomon when he's describing his wife. You know, she did what she could. I don't know what they used for makeup back then, but I'm sure they had makeup. They probably grounded their own flowers or something. And I don't know what they did, but they definitely had makeup back then. It's not a new thing. It's just come out on the market. Makeup's been around for a long time. And, you know, I guess these people are just really wanting to put the wife down like Islam, and not wanting her to look attractive to anybody else. And that's more of an insecurity on the man's part that, oh no, if my wife looks attractive, you know, she might run away. And that's what Islam teaches. They even go as far as female genital mutilation to make sure the wife won't get away and that she won't be attracted to anybody else. But I think if you're just a good man of God and you're a soul winner and you preach the word and, you know, you love God, then your wife's going to be attracted to you, because the husband's supposed to be the leader of the home. He's supposed to lead spiritually. He's supposed to be a godly man. And women respect godly men. They don't respect pigs, you know. No woman wants a pig, and they don't respect pigs. But if you're a godly man, your wife will respect you, and she'll want to be faithful to you and love you regardless of how she looks. So, you know, it seems like it's just insecurity on the man's part, that they want to really put the woman down and, you know, just make her drab and ugly. Nobody will want her, and they can just keep her. You know, and it's not biblical. It's not what we see Christ in the church, that kind of relationship. You know, Christ wants a beautiful, glorious church. Man wants a beautiful, glorious wife. And so for men to want to put the woman down like that, I don't get it. I think they're just trying to put an ugly burqa on you. And I wouldn't give into it, women. I wouldn't. No way. I mean, are we really to believe that Abraham's wife Sarah was the most beautiful woman in Egypt, yet she didn't wear makeup, and all the Egyptian women are wearing makeup? We can tell. You know, it just doesn't make sense what they're trying to tell us. You know, obviously I believe she did wear makeup, and she probably did have eyeliner on. She probably did have mascara on, because she was the most beautiful woman in Egypt. I don't know how you can be the most beautiful woman in Egypt with no makeup. That's just not going to happen. So I believe that Abraham's wife wore makeup, and if you don't agree, then, you know, it's between you and the Bible. It's not between me and you, it's between you and the Bible. So, again, I don't believe makeup's a sin. I don't believe it's wrong. I believe if a woman wants to look good for her husband, that's fine. And she should try to look good for her husband and keep his heart. And, you know, it's wrong for a woman to look drab and to not take care of herself for her husband and try to look good for him. And it's depressing to him. And, you know, who wants a crappy crown? You know, the Bible says the wife is a crown to her husband, so she needs to be a pretty crown. Everybody wants a pretty crown. They don't want an ugly crown. So it doesn't really make sense what these anti-makeup, ugly, you know, burqa-wearing men are trying to tell us.